and welcome back. This is Rob Thomas, your everything Microsoft Enterprise Cloud Architect. And today I want to get into Microsoft Entra ID licensing and talk about the free plan and the three potential purchasing plans that you can buy from Microsoft and just get some clarity around it. I know this is an area of a bit confusion, and I want to get into some depths. Before I dig into this, I definitely want to give a shout out to our sponsor, and that's going to be our enterprise software solution, the Software Dudes. I highly recommend these individuals, especially for this. As you dig into Microsoft Entra, you definitely want to reach out to this team as they will help you with your Microsoft 365, Microsoft Dynamics, Copilot, Azure, SQL Server, Windows Server, and some Cisco's and Adobe product purchases, right? So highly recommend them. Don't hesitate. Please reach out to this group. Now, without further ado, let's dig into this. All right. So let's first talk about Microsoft Entra ID and talk about the free plan. And before I could do that, I definitely want to send you to the website where it shows you the three suite plans, right? So you're going to see here, it has the Microsoft Entra ID P1, Entra ID P2, and then Entra Suite, right? You'll see the pricing, and then you'll see here, I kind of have a highlighting, and this is really good because it gives you that nice, good breakdown of everything that you're getting and everything that you're not getting, right? Across these three suites. So if you click in here, you can kind of see, and I'm going to dig into these, piece by piece, one by one, but definitely want to talk about the free plan, right? So, and just also wanted to note, formerly known as Azure Active Directory, this is the differing licensing options. Actually, I mentioned these three. Now, first up here is the free tier. If you're using Microsoft 365 or Azure, you already have this, which is the free plan I've showed you in previous videos, right? And it's broken down into like four key areas. It's going to be user and group management, on-premise directory synchronization, if you're using an on-premise versus a cloud version, basic reporting and self-service password resets for cloud users, and single sign-on across Azure, Microsoft 365, and loads of other SaaS apps. Now, this is perfect for small business, but if you want more advanced control, I want you to keep watching as we get into P1, P2, and then the suite, right? So this is really, really good to get started. And you see me kind of cover how to use Microsoft Entra with your basic 365 plan. Now let's move on to, and you see here, I covered these four. Let's move on to Entra ID Active Directory Premium 1. Now, with the P1, this is where things get a lot powerful. And basically what you get is a hybrid access to both on-premise and cloud services. Not really talking about on-premise, because you hear me talk a lot about cloud services and cloud resources, but you get that. You also get advanced admin tools like dynamic groups and self-service group management. And then lastly, cloud write-back capabilities and password resets for on-premise users. Again, that's a nice little feature if you're using on-premise. Now, if your team is working across environments, P1 keeps everything running smoothly, right? So definitely you want to step it up. You want to have some advanced features. You definitely want to go with P1, right? And just kind of, and then here with P1, you'll see I'm capturing, Entra ID. You also get, conditional access, role-based access control, advanced group management. I mentioned that cross-tenant user synchronization, multi-tenancy organization, SharePoint limited access, session lifetime management. So you just see here all the things you're getting, and I'm just clicking on one. And there's also this is Entra ID protection, risk-based conditional access, real-time dynamic sign-in assessment, right? So, and you can see these three actually you don't get because you get it with P2, but you basically do get authentication, context, and device and application filters, right? So that's P1 is pretty powerful, right? But let's say you want something with a little bit more power. This is where we're going to get into P2. So this is a top tier security option. It's not the highest. It's one step down from the highest. And you get identity protection for risk-based conditional access. You get privileged identity management to monitor and manage admin access, and then just-in-time access for added security when it matters. Now, for organizations seriously or startups seriously thinking about security, I highly recommend P2, and it is the way to go. And you can see here, right? I'm clicking on these like ID, and you could see that, you know, what are you getting with P2, right? You get this with P2. If I go here, so you don't get these two with P2, but if I come back, you can see you're going to get like a lot more features like risk-based, continuous access, real-time dynamic sign-in assessments, and real-time dynamic user assessment. So you can see here, you're getting a lot more features. If I go in here, you could see you're getting, you know, pretty much the same thing across this one. So definitely, I'm gonna provide the link to this so you can get that and get more insight into like P2, what you're getting. And then the last thing I want to cover is Microsoft Entra Suite. Now, what's Entra Suite? You're getting universal conditional access, traffic logging and policy monitoring, web category filtering, and that's under the Entra Internet. And then Microsoft Entra Private Access, you're getting identity-centric, zero trust, network access, and conditional access across all private apps and resources, right? So P3 is, you're seriously thinking about security and you want to step into P3 and leverage its capabilities. Again, I highly recommend. You're getting Entra Suite. And then again, just close out on this piece. You can see here, let's talk about, you're getting these two items that you're not getting with P1, P2, as I mentioned, right? And that's just really the added feature of using the advanced capabilities of Microsoft Entra ID, the suite version, right? So I hope this was helpful. This site, I do want to give to you. You go here, you can see here's the link. So just go to the site and you can get that pricing. And I wanted to mention this because this is just helpful for you to understand the pricing and the difference between the three suites here. Now, hope this was helpful. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. I want to remind you to not forget to like this video and subscribe and hit the bell button so you never miss out on an update. And see you in the next video. Thanks so much for your time.